What's going on? So, I've been talking about this Chinese trade. We can see, sorry, I just had a mouth surgery. So if I talk a little weird, that's what happens. Um, yeah, so this is yen. This is a triple leverage Chinese thing. So keep in mind this. Let's look at the FXI, which is the actual underlining index here. Hold on. So FXI. So getting our breakout today. Talked about this in the newsletter. Talked about this in Sunday's live. Talked about this. What's up, Brandon? Talked about this. We've been talking about it a little bit. So we'll see. It's breaking out. Let's see. We got our little pattern, right? That's what I'm looking for. Not perfect, but pretty damn close. We do need to get above this, though. So until we get above that, I'm not overly excited. And I'm looking for a move up into here. So this is the FXI. This is the FXI. All right, bro. You drop the Biden bullshit. Stop watching fucking Fox News. Pull your head out of your ass and watch the stock charts. This stock here doesn't give a fuck about Biden. It's going up. All right. Let's see. You got to put down Fox News, all my conservative friends. And all my liberal friends, you got to stop watching MSNBC, man. Come on, man. You're just rotting your fucking brain, dude. Neither party gives a shit about you. They don't give a fuck. Neither one of them. You need to be about you. Go make some money, man. That's all you need to worry about is making some money, not who the fuck the president is. He ain't going to help you. Shit, we could put Jerome Powell in there. He could just print money for everybody. It still ain't going to help you. Let's see. So, it wasn't an ass yesterday. It's just a dude talking, man. Hey, I don't know if you guys know this. When the president says something, it doesn't mean it's actually going to happen. Matter of fact, most of the things they say don't actually happen. I don't know if you know that or not. Maybe you were just born. You remember that big wall we were going to build? They didn't build it. Like all kinds of shit presidents say. This is what they do. They get up and they talk. They just talk shit all the time. Every time they talk, the market reacts. So just because something doesn't make it go up, nobody gives a fuck. Like nobody cares about your stocks. So our game is just to watch and position ourselves. So this is what I say all the time. Nobody knows where stocks are going. Nobody. I don't give a fuck who you're following that thinks he's super smart and that he called this and called that. Bullshit. He had no way of knowing. He might have thought he did. He might have took a gamble because stocks can only do three things. How smart is your guru? It can go left, it can go up, or go down. He flip a coin, you got a 33% chance of being right. All right, this is how easy this game is. That it's about, you got 1 in 3. So let's just pick one. Take our fingers and bang them on the table. And if the right one hurts the most, we'll go with that. Like that's literally about as sophisticated. So what we can see though is we can see patterns. We can see patterns that emerge, bottoms, tops. And even when I say it's a bottom, I don't know that that's the actual bottom. Maybe this breaks down and goes into another bottom. But what I can show you is the bottom. Meaning I can catch all the bottoms and all the tops if you know what a bottom looks like versus just something that's just breaking down. So we got to get past this little zone. That's the next level. And then we get through, we go all the way to. So the way I play this is with the yen. This is a triple leverage fund. You got to be careful. It's ×3, man. So it's up 4% today, where China, the ETF is up what? 1.3? Is that what the other one is? Yeah, 1.1. So see 1.1. The triple is up 4.1. See how that works? 3 times, baby. 3 times. But it goes down 3 times. And the down is what'll kill you. It cuts like a knife. Like bad. Bad, bad, bad. So you got to catch these at the right time. So I only want to buy these after big sell-offs. Big sell-offs. If you notice recently, I was in the TQ. Only way I'd get in the TQ is after a big tech sell-off. So look at that big sell-off and look where it stopped. I mean, pretty damn close to where it stopped before. And actually, if you want to know the exact day, if you were a real baller, actually, Bitcoin's going to 45. That is your day to buy right there. Touched the bottom, broke out above the 5. There's your confirmation day, so you probably could have waited. So right there and there were the first chances to take a shot at this. Gush is attractive? We'll check in on oil in just a second. Let's see. The difference between relative minimum and absolute minimum in calculus. All right, we got a smart guy. All right, smarty pants. I'm going to amaze you guys with my calculus. Let's see. The good thing is you don't have to be smart to make money in the market, okay? You can be a dummy like myself, and all I need to know are the 4 stages of price movement. So that's the good thing. My new book that I'm working on right now, I talk about this idea that you don't have to be a financial genius or even know a lot, to be honest. You just got to start learning every day and follow the stocks as they go through this pattern without any clue or idea, or you don't even need to sit around and think about it. Like, well, let's see where President Biden and Federal Reserve Chair Powell, they're going to raise the interest rates and blah, 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 blah. As if somehow all that makes you smart and that makes it think it's going to go. If you could sit around and do that shit, everyone with a PhD be rich as fuck, and they're not. Okay? So all that bullshit of studying where it's all bullshit. Nobody knows how the market's going to react to any of that shit. Nobody knew that when he mentioned taxes, that would cause a Bitcoin sell-off. Like, but that's not even why Bitcoin sold off. Bitcoin had been getting ready to sell off. Let's see. And you say, well, how could you know that, Gerald? Because I read the book called The Money Flow. Let's see. Let's look. Let me show you something on Bitcoin you may not have noticed. I've been talking about it. What you saw on Bitcoin, and you can do this without calculus, bro. Watch, I'm going to show you how to do this without calculus. As you were watching the stock, we'll call it stock for now. You notice this high and this high, there's a big, watch this, without calculus, and we don't even need to know about fiat money, currency, any of that shit, okay? See the high to high? Pretty good range. Got smaller. See that? Next high to next high got smaller. What about the next one? Even smaller. So what are you seeing? You're seeing a rollover. Doesn't have to roll over. It could go into a stage 3 that turns into a 1. But these pivot points, these are pivot points right out of the book, right? These are pivot points. Listen up, man. If you don't get this shit, but you know calculus, it ain't going to fucking help you. These are called pivot points. These are tops, right? And you get them on top and you get them on fucking bottom right here. See them? These are where you draw trend lines, right? All you you like to read the old school books. What do you see? You see a fucking channel, right? If we're going to keep going in the old school trading, you're seeing a channel. Now we could get really fancy and we could do, what else could we do? What could we do to fancy this up? We could add 100 layovers. What's another good one? Well, we don't want to run any of those. Let's don't do that. So the pivot points, man, listen up. Give me a BJ. That's a weird name, bro. I hope you're not talking to me. So now we got a pivot point here, right? Which broke this one, which tells me what? We're going to this one. And if that one breaks, guess where we're going? We're going to that one. Fibonacci's, that's it. We could have put Fibonacci's on there. But watch this. Yeah, I lost my train of thought. I'm on pain medication, man. I'm fucking tripping balls right now. Not really, but this level may hold. If this comes back up into here, that's super bullish. But as long as it's below here, I assume it's going down to the next one. I don't want to buy here, to be honest. Not any size. I want to buy down here if we get a chance. Shit. Sorry, I'm using a different camera on YouTube. I'm not really, and if this comes back up into here, then that would be great. This level may hold and we'll buy, but honestly, it's probably coming down to the next one. So I would wait a little bit, okay? I'd wait a little bit. But let me show you what I was going to show you, Mr. Calculus. Let me show you what I was going to show you, Mr. Biden. But Biden talk the stock market down. Let's see. Notice this is making higher highs. Right? And they're getting smaller and smaller and smaller. They're getting lower and lower. But notice this is not making higher highs. It's actually going down. And if we look at the MACD, look, it's actually going down. But Gerald, see? You see it's called divergence. Okay? See that? That's called divergence. Divergence. When price diverges, fuck capital gains, man. All you guys don't make no money if you're worried about fucking capital gains. Don't worry about fucking capital gains. Your problem isn't paying taxes. That means you made money. Your problem is trading. You need to learn to trade before you worry about taxes, don't you think? This is like, guys, should I get an LLC for my real estate? Why don't you buy some fucking real estate first? How about that? Before you worry about what corporation you're going to use. That's an idea. So no, there is no secret formula for getting out of fucking taxes. If taxes are going to keep you from trading, stop right now because you're going to pay taxes, right? The only way not to pay taxes is to put it into a SEP IRA, or fucking 401k. It ain't complicated. If you put them inside of there, you won't pay taxes. If you don't, you will. End of conversation. How about that? It's so fucking simple. There we go. Class dismissed. That's how taxes work. There's no other way. That's it. That's it. The tax thing confuses me because nobody ever goes in for a job and as they're interviewing them goes, "Excuse me, sir, I realize you're going to pay me $87,000 a year. What about taxes? I really don't want to pay those." Nobody does that. And it's weird to me because this is my job. Like my job is to make money with money. And no one does that at a job. No one goes and applies for a job and goes, "What do you think about taxes?" Nobody does that. But when they start trading or really like it becomes this weird obsession of theirs. It's like, fuck, make money, then figure out your taxes. Like go get a book and realize, well, damn, if I do this, if I do that, like, right, there's a lot of things you can do, right? Yeah, that's what I think on taxes. I think it's a really boring subject. And most of the people worried about it don't even pay any. Don't even make any money, man. If you ain't making over $250,000, shit, it's not like you're paying anything. Fuck, I'm paying you to live in America. Most of you get paid to live here. Now we're at 4%. Most people are getting paid to live in America. You're not paying shit in taxes. That's what I think. I know you're young. You're just curious, just wasting our fucking time with taxes. Go make some money, man. Then we'll worry about your taxes. That's what we need to do. Go make a lot of money. You'll figure out about taxes. Might change the way you vote, too. Let's see. Where are we at? You got me all derailed. MBRX. Setting up. All of these biotechs are trading below the 200-day moving average, this yellow line. See them? They're all setting up. They're all setting up. He says, "Gerald, why does your MACD?" That's a good question. That's a good question. It's because I'm smart. He says, "Why does your MACD?" If you notice, this MACD has lines on it, right? It's one down there. The reason I put this one on here is to confuse people who read my book. You don't need these crossover lines. The crossover lines cross when the histogram crosses. So if you come over here in your settings You can pick. See where it says MACD histogram? It is the same as the regular MACD, except it doesn't have the lines. You really don't need the lines. When it crosses above the center line right here, it gives a signal crossover. So it's just a double. You don't really need it. So when Gerald Appel, who created the MACD histogram, not Kim Kardashian, okay? Not Tom fucking Brady. I know you guys know all about those people, and you use this here trying to make money, but you don't know jack shit about the people that created it, but you know all about fucking running back for the Pittsburgh Steelers. Tell you, probably know how many kids he has, the kind of car he drives. But a guy named Gerald Appel created this indicator that you use every day, take for granted, and fucking have no respect for the creators. The guy that did this, right? He didn't create the histogram part. No, neither did Kylie Kardashian. She didn't have anything to do with this. Neither did anybody on Fox News, Donald Trump. None of those people you guys love. None of them created this. It was a guy named Gerald Appel. All right. And he created the lines. See the lines? He created those lines. And another guy came behind him and created the histogram because he didn't like to look at the lines. And he thought the histogram gave him further insight, which is what we use too. I use this histogram to help me identify stage ones. Because when it stops dropping, what I'm looking for is the histogram to tick that way. Get it? Tick that way. So all you baseball players, you know, and all that useless fucking information, and you should know this. You should know all about the histogram. And this is what they use this for momentum, okay? This is for momentum. So you can see, is the momentum continuing to go down or is the momentum going up? So if you get price stopping or relatively stopping, right? We see here, price stopped at a previous low, right? Now I'm looking for the histogram to start ticking, and I'm looking for the slow stochastics to break out, right? You might go read on who created that. You don't have to memorize the people's names, but you should know what they were doing and why. I mean, a lot of people never even occurred to them why I'm using this indicator. Well, why? Why use it? Who made it? Where'd it come from? Was he from the East Coast, West Coast? Who the fuck was this guy? Why am I even looking at this? Who was Elliot? You know, who were these people? You should know your history, man. So I doubt we get to $6. I mean, you know, we're probably, maybe we get to $4.47 or $5 maybe. Maybe we get to $5. Yeah, TSI is pretty cool. Tricks, I don't know. You start doing too many of these, they all get overlapping. They're all really doing the same thing, man. Guy you should go look up is a guy named Donchian. Donchian had a huge effect on me. Donchian was the first guy to take a traded fund and build it around a strategy, a trend-following strategy where he used the 20-day moving average and the 5-day exponential moving average. Let's look on the snap. Is it holding up? Jeez. Go look up Donchian. Pull back. You can just Google Godfather of Trend Trading. The center line crossover is the same. It's the same. When the center line crosses over, look, on the histogram, it will cross over. So if you put every area where it crosses the zero line, look, it's where it's crossing. See? Everywhere it crosses, you'll see the histogram crosses the center line. Get it? So what this guy did is sometimes it's hard to see the green. Like, is that a crossover? I can't tell. It's hard to see. But if you use this, you can see it clearly. And so what most people have done today is just combine the two. I think the combine the two doesn't give me enough visual. So if it was up to me, I'd drop it, but it's in the book and it confuses people. So I leave both indicators on there. Yeah, but why would anybody actually want to know how to use the indicators when they can just throw out stock tickers? Let's see. Do I think it's almost done with its run up? To be honest, I actually don't have any opinion. I don't know where stocks are going. So this is one we bought back here and over here, right? Why? Because I thought utilities were undervalued. Now, here's a lesson. Here's a lesson. So I position trade. I'm not a well most if I'm not a pure swing trader. So a pure swing trader, if I was purely swing trading the money flow, I would have bought here and I'd be getting out of it. Out. The trade is over. It's gone from one extreme to another. Look, one extreme to another. So if you want to use the money flow that way, you can. You just need to be consistent in how you're going to do it. So you'd have got in, you start taking it off. There's your first target, right? We're always looking at previous high. That's the previous high, right? And then now you'd scale it back and you'd stay with this trade until it rolls over, which looks like it's starting to roll over, right? But we don't know that. It could go much higher. It could go much higher. But I am downsizing utilities as we speak. Every day I've been trimming some. Trim, right? But this trade started over here. After this sell-off, I thought they were cheap. So it sold off, right? And we started buying. And then look, it didn't. It wasn't done. It broke and went down lower. Now, I had no interest in selling this. No interest at all. I just wanted to build it up. Why? It's utility stocks. They're not going to zero, man. These things pay a dividend. Matter of fact, if it broke this 200, I was going to want this trade even more, right? But that's like self-awareness. You can't do that if you don't have any self-awareness, right? How do you even know Biden's going to speak and I don't know? You know why I don't know? Because I don't give a fuck at all. Zero. Two fucks. Don't care about what any of them say. It doesn't even matter, bro. It goes up, goes down. We don't even need to know why. That's just an excuse. So that was our target. Now we're downsizing the trade, right? Easy. This is easy. These are easy trades. These position trades like this. The easiest way to swing trade is position trade, meaning you're holding a position until your position becomes fair valued. This is so easy, but you have to be patient to do that, man. Super patient, okay? There was a whole bunch of these. If you remember, Coca-Cola was one I was talking about on my story. I was trying to get 25 grand, right? Why? This pattern. This is the pattern right here. When it sold off and started to go sideways, that is the money flow, right? The sell off and then sideways. And it was so clear. Look, sell off and then sideways. And then if this would have broke down, I would have got even more excited. Because of the quality of the company. It's Coca-Cola pays a dividend, broke the 200, good, take it lower. But that's a different way of trading, right? That's a different way of trading, man. I'm not trying to trade every tick in and out. Let's see, what do we got? Young man, if you're looking to invest, you should buy ARK funds today. That's the best thing on sale. ARKK. No. You looked at that wrong, bro. You didn't. No. Hey, you held tech. Good. I held tech too. Now you're rotating. You're going to start harvesting your gains from this and you're going to rotate them into your tech positions. And guess what's going to happen? This shit will probably come down as the tech goes up. It's called the rotation. Rotation isn't getting completely out of all your stocks, man. Rotation is taking the gains from the ones that are doing well and add them to the ones that are setting up. Hedge fund managers don't move all in, all out. Cathie Woods does not move all in, all out. The smart ones have no delusion. They know where the market's going. Only retail traders do that shit. Oh, I'm going to go all in, all out. I gotta go to cash. They don't talk like that, dude. So next time you watch Buffett or go watch Cathie Wood. She doesn't talk like you guys at all. Doesn't use the same terms. She doesn't go all in on Dogecoin. You get what I'm saying? Go watch these guys and listen to how they talk about the market. They don't talk like everybody else because they're seeing it from a little bit bigger perspective. She's only been trading for 46 years. So she kind of sees it just a little bit different than everybody else. You know, she's not in a panic. Still feeling good about Z. But Gerald, it went down 3% from since you said to buy it. Are you still in it? Yep, still in it. Even with such a catastrophic move to the downside of 3%, I'm in it. I know it was rough. It was a big, giant move, almost blew us out. It was a catastrophic 3% move down. My fund was not liquidated. I'm still whole. And yep, I'm still in it. We're going to hold a prayer vigil tonight. Pray for Z to go higher. Yes, I'm in it, dude. I wrote the fucking book on it. If this is a stage 1 breakout and here's my stage 2, why would I be out? Because it's in the same zone. Man, you better go buy my book, bro. I'm going to block you. Who is that guy? Man, you better go get the book, son. Why would we not be in it? There's a lawsuit against every company. If you ain't doing anything, you ain't being sued. You got to be sued, man. Let's see. We'll see if Buck Cheek Spread wants to go live. I bet he doesn't. Don't be a little bitch, bro. We can get his political commentary. Let's see. Yeah, so we're still long Zillow. We're back above the 20. Yeah, I like it. We'll see. This is the pattern, right? Stage 1, stage 2, stage 3. There's our stage 4, a little beat up, all on the side of the thing. Now we're going sideways, heading into the stage 1. Obviously, it doesn't look as good as it did the other day, for sure. NIO's ripping. Man, that one's been pretty... Look at Butchie. This guy's a fucking... How come everybody talks shit and never wants to go live? I've come to realize that... Let's see. Is NIO ripping? Yeah, man. Come on, man. This was so easy. So easy. These Chinese stocks set up so easy. Look at this. Look at this support zone. I don't buy individual Chinese stocks. I almost broke my rule and bought this one just because this is so easy. But then I decided, Gerald, you got to stick to your convictions, man. Stop being weak. And I decided not to buy it. I almost went Dogecoin on it for a minute. The market is teaching me a lot about patience. Yeah, it's all about patience, man. Warren Buffett says that money is taken from the impatient and given to the patient. That's what the market does. So anybody that was selling stocks yesterday because of Biden talking are complete idiots. Now, the exception to that is they're day traders. I get it. You trade volatility. The computers kicked in, started moving. You're going to trade. I get it. But if you're a day trader, I don't know why you would listen to me because I'm not a day trader. So if I make fun of day traders, don't take it personal. Just go somewhere else. I get a lot of landlords that do that because they own apartment buildings, and I like to make fun of people that own apartment buildings. Now, the reason I'm doing that, I get it. They're rich and they have a bunch of money. Good. Don't watch me. I'm not talking to you. Haha. I'm not talking to rich people. I'm talking to average people who are trying to get rich. That's different. So careful. You get it? That's two different things. So if you're a rich guy who owns an apartment, good for you. I can make fun of you. If you don't like it, fuck off. Don't follow me. How about that? So, but the debate between single family and multifamily and you own no property is stupid. Like, go buy a house and then you can have the debate with me. Until then, go buy a house. That's what you should do. Very easy. You shouldn't even have an opinion on that. You can't get to apartment buildings, dude, if you ain't got no damn money. So to get to the money, you got to buy a single family home and then build up some equity and start learning about real estate. So it's a stupid debate, okay? So go buy houses, bro. That's what you need to do, and then roll them into apartments if you want to be a apartment baller. Zoom. I mean, we just have this long consolidation sideways. My position in this has gotten so big I can't add anymore. So, I mean, matter of fact, if we break down, I'm probably going to have to downsize the trade. Yeah, no, I'm probably going to have to because it's gotten rather large, uncomfortably large. We're going for that 420 though. Puff, puff, pass. Come on, man. 420. That's a magic number. Most of you guys know all about that. Be smoking early in the morning. Excel, man. We got a lot of people worried about Excel. So if you're in Zoom, I like Zoom. I like Zoom. This is part of the work from home trade. Also part of the work from home trade is Ramp. I like Ramp. Stage one's back above the 5-day here, below the 20. I mean, man, all these charts are the same, right? All the stocks we trade, all the Dow stocks have run up. It's almost getting boring. There's nothing to talk about. Like, we had a fake stage 2 break here, and they just couldn't hold it. He said, smoke weed, trade stocks, baby. I do. I won't go into that conversation. GP, if you really like the chart, do you sometimes buy a couple days after price breaks? That's a good question. Good question. Let's look at an example of that. What was that penny stock I was looking at? AMDA. Oh, man. Come on, Gerald. AMDA. No. ADMA. There we go. Now, this is a stage 2 breakout in a penny stock, but it's a biotech, okay? Now, I might get in this one today. I don't know. But I already have a whole bunch of biotechs. So let me tell you how I would handle that if I wanted to buy some new biotechs. I don't know why you might, but let's say you did. I would probably run a stop on it if I'm already heavy in it, okay? That could sway me. Normally, I don't use stops. I kind of let it do its thing, look for my levels, set my targets. You could, though. Nothing wrong with that. If I was going to do a short-term trade on this, I'd probably put my stop right around, probably around right in there. But I don't like to trade that way much anymore. It's too easy to get stopped out. But look, it broke the 20, and now today it's giving you a second chance. So you could buy here. If this went up here, no, hell no. It's way past the buy zone. So you got to be strict on that. If you break that rule, and I have from time to time. Here's another example. Tesla broke out way back here. There's technically the break. Well, you might could say that one. Here's another one. But let's be honest. From here to here is not that big a difference in the grand scheme of things if our target is up here. I don't like it. I think you should have already been in it. That is definitely too late. Way past it. But if it pulls back like it did here, you could get a cheap shot at getting into. Now, most people are going to look at this like, oh, shit, it's going the other way. I don't see it that way. So if you ask me, let's zoom in for a second. Let's say we're in Tesla. Let's say we're in this trade. I get this question all the time. Let me tell you how I look at this. So let's say I got into Tesla on the breakout. This is super important. This is at the core of the money flow. I was picking on my man earlier about Z, but I'm just playing with you, bro. But this is super important. When this breaks out and that goes up, that is my position until it is not. Meaning any movement, I assume that is going to continue. This is the girl that brought me. You dance with the girl that brought you, right? You've heard that phrase. I assume this stays until it breaks down here. When it breaks down here, the conversation has changed. This is my trading point. That's my stop if I'm going to have a stop or at least a redecision of whether we're going to stay in this. And that means all this shit in here doesn't mean anything to me. So if you ask me on this day, Gerald, are you okay with this trade? Yeah, we're on stage 2. What are you worried about? Meaning I don't waste any brain power trying to talk myself into thinking it's coming down. I only assume it's going up, and I assume it's going here, period. Everything else is out of my mind. See how easy that freed me up? Guess what that causes you to do? The same thing over and over and over. It removes your impulses. It removes, oh, well, then I was watching Fox News and President Biden, and it gets rid of all of that for you. Okay? You want to get rid of all that bullshit. Let's see. Yeah, Groupon, man. I missed that last leg up. I thought it was overvalued. Boy, this is on the fence, man, here. You might could make a case it's holding, but damn, dude, it ain't. Every candle's red. 5-day, 10-day, 20 are all pointing down, down, down. Yeah, I wouldn't step in on this. Not 1 second. Nope. Now, if this builds up and holds, what we want to see is it get in some. We need some black days, man. I mean, yeah, Groupon. Fuck Groupon. Nope. I mean, it might rip, but nope. Don't like it. Not one bit. Where's a ARC? Woo, ARC's barely holding it too. Come on, man. Everybody's scared. So shave Effie. Effie was one of my calls from a while back, if you remember. Look at this bad boy. What did I tell you? I called the richest guy I knew, and I said, listen, man, let me make you a little bit richer. I got some information from a little birdie on this one. That's code for I can't tell you where it came from. Might have been a famous trader on Snapchat sent me a snap. Let's see. Said, Gerald, I like your book. Let me show you something. So, if you remember, FE had a catastrophic problem. They got into the game of paying off politicians, and that stock got rocked, just rocked. And then we went through COVID. That didn't work well. So this was a $40, $50 utility company, the largest utility company in Ohio, the state of Ohio. One of their subsidies, one of their smaller companies, one of the little fringe companies they own. A lot of these companies own a bunch of different companies, right? One of those guys was paying a politician, the Speaker of the House of Ohio, for pay to play. And that brought it down, way down. So, but all this is done, and then COVID and all this is done is give us a chance. This stock is going back to at least $45, $50. I mean, it's definitely going back to 40. That was my call, 40. And what's funny, when I called him with that, and I said, look, just start buying it. And on every stage one, buy more. That's all you got to do. It's so simple. And then be patient and just buy it. And when it goes down, wait for it to go sideways, buy more. Just keep doing that. And you'll be a lot richer. And I still haven't gotten a thank you. You know why? Because when you give people a stock idea, most of them assume it was their idea. Well, they're the one that took the action and bought it. That's usually what happens. So this stock will go much higher. Now, if you give them an idea and it goes down, that's your fault. If you give them an idea and it goes up, they were smart enough to buy it. That's how it works. I'm telling you. That's how it works. So don't give your friends stock ideas, because if it goes down, they're going to blame you. And if it goes up, they're going to take credit for it. Like, yeah, I know you told me, but I went and researched it and saw, that's how it goes, man. I'm telling you, it's how it goes, man. What's that stock that follows Bitcoin? Oh, man, there's a bunch of them. Let's look at SI. SI follows Bitcoin. 116, Kathy Woods owns this one. There's SI, Silvergate Capital. There's Riot, R-O-I-T. What did I say? Oh, R-O-I-T. The fuck did I just type? There we go. Yep, this one follows the price of Bitcoin. So if you want to own a stock that follows Bitcoin, this is a pretty large Bitcoin miner. If you're cool with them destroying the ozone layer, That's going to be, I'm waiting for that to be the next thing is they flip this and that Bitcoin is the tool of the right to destroy the universe. They're going to use it to destroy the planet with their toxic electrical use. Let's see, SOS. All new technologies. Yeah, this looks good, bro. SOS Limited, like this pattern, big run up, pulls back, and now obviously it was ready to run again, but then we had the little tech scare off here. Yeah, man, I like this. All new industries use an incredible amount of energy. When we first began to manufacture textiles, incredible amounts of coal and energy. When we first began to pump oil out of the ground, incredible amounts of energy were used. It's just the way all new technologies and stuff work. I mean, when we began to build trains, incredible amounts of resources and energy were used in doing the trains, right? So Bitcoin in these cryptos are a new form of technology, a new sector, and they're going to use massive amounts of energy until they figure out how to do it better, because they will figure it out because it makes them more money to pay a less electric bill, and it forces innovation. So by building trains, force the innovation of new transportation models, right? So the people who are like, oh, we can't do it because it's destroyed. Like, are you fucking stupid? All technologies do that at first, which causes them to develop new technologies, right? So we all started hating cab companies because they were fucking gross. And then what? Uber came out. Like, it evolves. So it'll evolve. Mine is terrible. They never complain about all those kids playing video games. Right. Yeah, no shit, right? Oh, it's funny, man. Nobody goes, no, I can't take a cruise ship. Are you crazy? You know how much energy those things use? Like, nobody does that, man. Yep. Hive's using, like my man said, you're going to see more and more of that as we get down to less and less bits. I mean, it just seems to me they're going to be all about low electrical prices. What is it? What's the ticker? Oh, HIV. Oh, man, we got a little over the counter here going. HVBTF. All right, so we got a penny stock play on Bitcoin here. Wow. Woo. You guys in all these Bitcoin stocks are getting rocked right now. That thing is down 50% since the high in Bitcoin? Wow. So there's a bunch of these Bitcoin stocks, Riot, SI, and now we got this penny stock here, HVBTF. Woo, getting rocked in that one. If this support level holds, though, that'd be kind of nice. Oh, is yen popping? Gerald, how could you know that China was going to pop today? A little bit of a pop. AI. Everybody keeps asking me about AI. Beautiful chart. There's your pop. I like it. You can still get in this one. AI is pretty cool. It is a nice chart, man. AI. I'm kind of all in right now. So in order for me to buy something, I got to get out of something. Oh, DraftKings. I bought some of that today. I bought almost everything I own yesterday. I just sent a text that said, hey, I'm buying everything. I like this support level in DraftKings. I mean, these are all still stage 4s, though. But, I mean, this is now a stage 1. Look, how do we know this is stage 1? Look, it's got everything we're looking for, right? Histogram's ticking the right way, right? Stochastics came out, right? We're kind of building that box, right? We're above the 5-day, and we got a target. All 6 elements of the money flow trading system. Now we just need it to go up and not go down. This is a core holding for me, so if it goes down, I'm going to hold it. I mean, I think it's going much higher. What do they got on tip ranks? Let's see. I think it's like $70, right, for DraftKings. We know ARK Funds has been buying them. ARK been doing some dumb shit lately, though. Once it's just buying coin all the way down. $74. So that's up 20, where are we at? Coinbase. That was a good one. Let's see. Woo! It's popping today. So get on the 4-hour chart. I got a 20-day moving at. Woo! You could take a position here, man. Now it is. Time to buy coin. Right there. Just took the 5 and the 10. We got a bottom. We could trade off this now. Uh-oh. Look. There you go. Put your stop right there. We could trade on this, man. See how we waited? Patience. Now, you could have done it on 1-hour chart. I've been watching it on a 1-hour. There's your crossover. Drop it to a 1-hour. We got us a breakout. $2.99. Shit, give me 1 million shares. I'm gonna need a loan. I'm gonna call up E-Trade. Hey, I need a loan. So I'm gonna say, where did Kathy start buying it? At 280? Didn't ARK? When did ARK start buying? 350? Yeah, they're only down 20-30%. Fuck it, just buy it. I don't know why the hell. If she wouldn't have been in there buying, this thing would have went a lot fucking lower. It would have went a lot lower, and we all could have got a better price. But no, they got to go in there and buy this shit, slowing it up from going up, man. Never buy IPOs. Never. So ARK, the genius they are, started buying right over here. Of course, you can look up crypto. Let's see. Why does he want to do a stop? I will get out of stocks. Don't misunderstand me when I say I don't use stops. I mean, I just don't put them in. I don't see any reason to. But I'm not trying to be a day trader. If you're in it at ACE. So ACE is in AI. I like that chart. It looks like U has a nice little setup going. We can see the big pattern. These are taking so long to get going. It's making me a little nervous, though. Let's see. Let me write that down, too. SOS has a lawsuit, securities fraud. It says long-term outlook on Riot. I mean, it's going to follow Bitcoin. I mean, Riot's going to follow Bitcoin, man. It says, Kathy, I don't know why they were doing that. I don't understand. I don't understand why they would front run and jump in there on a, maybe it's because she thought she needed so many shares. She was afraid she wasn't going to get them if it took off. That's what she was afraid of. That's the only thing I can think of, man. Because, she knows numbers. She knows what happens on IPOs. It's not a fucking secret. IPOs come out. They're overhyped. They go too high, and then they drop. This would literally be like buying houses and just paying the highest top dollar. Let's see. NIO. Yeah, you're late, bro. Fuck out of here. You're late. Space is still a stage 4, man. This thing got blasted. News has been bad. It's definitely not a $50 stock. I had 250 shares up here, got out of them, down to about 60. Started adding in here. That was obviously too soon. Broke support. I like it here. I would nibble, though, man. I would nibble. It says CRDF and OSR have been a while to get going. Yeah, because the entire sector is down. I don't think she's lost her touch. I think she was concerned with being able to get enough shares. I think her time frame is just larger than you guys. She can see past Friday. That's probably part of it too. I mean, I got guys that buy a stock 4 hours later asking me if I still like it. Woo! That's a stage 4 decline right there, bro. I would wait on this unless you get back up in here. I would not be jumping on this. This is a break. This could go lower, man. I wouldn't be jumping on this just yet. If it came back up into here, I would, but I would wait for a minute and see if it comes down. Favorite biotech right now. I got a whole bunch of them, man. Let's see. Where is Ride is the one pissing me off. Come on, man. Get up there. They actually make a cool truck right here. Let's talk about VLDR. That looks fun. We got Solo. What's up with Solo? Solo looks like it's ready to pop. AYX already took off, or it did yesterday until it started to. So, yeah, I mean, all these charts are the same, right? So this is what we're dealing with. We got a bunch of stage 1s in these. If you've been, your buy and hold account should be just smoking. You know, look at BX. I mean, look at this thing. This thing has gone parabolic. I would like to thank Grant Cardone for this stock, though. Grant Cardone is the one that got me in this stock right here. Just watching his content. And I noticed, of course, Grant doesn't like stocks, you know. He'll tell you not to buy stocks, even though he gives out great stock advice. He, look at this stock, man. This is going parabolic. These are one of the largest holders of real estate in America. And I didn't know that till he started talking about he was going to sell his portfolio to Blackstone. You ever watch Grant Cardone instead of listening to his dumbass comments about you should only buy apartment buildings, which is absurd? Instead of listening to that shit, if you read between the lines, he kept talking about Blackstone. I went and looked him up. And that was like years ago. And they owned like 16,000 houses. And that was way back here, like in 2017 when I was buying it. So, Mr. Cardone put me onto this stock. You never know where an idea is going to come from. Yep, Pelotar, same thing. These are all, look at this long consolidation. Now, they say the longer, Stan Weinstein, my mentor, friend, and book writer, he says the longer these stages go sideways, the higher the return. I don't know about that, but that's what he thinks. My man says we won't regret it. He knows something we don't know. VXRT. Another little penny stock. I like the chart, though. I don't know what VXRT does. I like that chart. Let's look and see. VXRT. What's going on there, man? All right. Got 13% upside. Look at the quality of the analyst. These are pretty good analysts. This dude, whoa, he's a 5-star. What's up with B. Riley? B. Riley Financial. That is May Inc. Mamenta. I can't even say his goddamn name. They like it. They like it. Oral vaccines. Gotcha. Or are you talking about something else? I hope you're not having to take an oral. Did you catch something, bro? You having to take an oral vaccine? You better watch out. Let's see. Do we really want to talk about Guinness? Guinness. Let's see. Genus. Oh, that's what VX are. I figure that's what you're talking about. I'm just fucking with you. Yeah, this is set up pretty nice. I mean, look, you can see the money flow pattern on this thing just runs. You can see it. 1, 3, 1. That 3 got wacky. 1, 3, 1. This has been pretty consistent here. So Sideways up, sideways down, sideways up, sideways down. I mean, this is what you're looking for, right? When you get looking for easy trading, right to where it was supposed to go. Now we'll see. Hearing aids over the counter. I need a hearing aid, man. Turn that shit up real loud so I can listen to all the people around me. He said, how's the tooth? It's not hurting as bad today. I just took some painkillers. But I can't drink beer. Can't do anything fun. Let's see. Can't eat. Just going to sit here on Instagram all day live and yell at people for buying dumb stocks. I like this trade, man. We got a few penny stocks here. HVBTF, if you got real cojones, that's a Bitcoin stock. VXRT, they make stuff if you catch something in your mouth. GNUS, nice chart setup. Trade ideas, obviously AI has set up. I like AI. I like you. I like ARK. Obviously, I bought some ARK this morning in my buy and hold. I'm not going to keep texting that, guys. I'm just buying ARK in my buy and hold because it got cheap enough, and I've got to max out my SEP IRA before the 15th, and so I'm putting in as much as I can. So I've been buying about $500 a day of ARK. I've got to get like 14 G's in there by the end of by May 15th. As long as ARK stays in this quadrant, I'm just buying every day, okay? $500, just buying to get my position size right. Now, if it rips, I'm going to stop. If it breaks down, I'm going to stop. I'm going to keep putting money in, but I got to stop buying this thing. So if it breaks down and goes lower, then I'm going to stop and wait for the next stage one, okay? That's the game plan. As long as it stays in this zone, I'm just buying every day, buying every day, buying every day. If it rips, I'm out. I'm not out, but I mean, I'm going to stop buying, okay? And that's in my IRA. My man said put 10 grand in Baba, they're the new Amazon. Yeah, that's a big secret. It's up because Chinese stocks are up. Plus, you can see the money flow really clear in this one, right? Now, and we'll wrap with this. I want you to think about something. Man, I ain't got no target on T. Let's see. I would just buy and hold T. I mean, if you guys were trading that, that's kind of weird to me. I don't know why you would trade T. It moves like a fucking dinosaur. If you bought this break here, this shouldn't freak you out, man. It really shouldn't. This is too common. Like, this is your zone of freak out. It's got to go below here, okay? This confuses people. This confuses people. It really confuses people. And I get it because we tend to be short-term traders, and you can trade that way. You're just going to find that I don't. So when you see in my book that I'm like, put a stop loss here, I'm not doing that, man. I'm not worried if it breaks it, whatever. I've just tried to get better and better at picking the right stocks, trying to be on the right side of the sector rotation, trying to understand what is happening. And if all of my stocks are going down, if all Chinese stocks are going down, then I fully anticipate any Chinese stocks I own going down. So, nothing wrong with downsizing, nothing wrong with getting out. I just don't. So there's no point in asking me. Like, that would not have gotten me out of this trade because I got in over here, It broke. I would just look at it as a chance to add more. I'd be adding more today. So you got to decide how tight you want to trade the money flow. It's all within the money flow. I'm not the bearer of the right and wrong inside of the money flow. The money flow isn't me or any of that. The money flow is the movement of price of the four stages of price movement. There is no right or wrong answer. Sometimes it's just how do you interpret the money flow. So all the money flow is money moves in 4 stages. It goes sideways and then it goes, this is the money flow. How you want to interpret the money flow is up to you. I'm just pointing it to you. And the way that I interpret it can be different than the way you interpret it. And then it moves up, right? And then it'll stop, and then it'll start going sideways. And so, and then it'll come down probably, and then it'll stop. And that's the flow of the money flow. That's all that is. All it is you're just watching price move through the 4 stages of price movement. Our edge is that over time, all stocks go up. So the reason buying after a big sell-off works is stocks go up. So that's one check to my side, right? So when I bought Coke going down, I know that most of the time stocks go up. So if the overall market is still in an uptrend, then I'm safe to step in and buy Coke. But if you're trying to buy BABA, let's say you were trying to buy BABA. This is huge. If you get this, I will help you immensely. Okay? If you're trying to buy BABA, let's say BABA sells off and you're like, oh man, I want to get on that. All right, well, you got to go look at the index fund of what is BABA. BABA is a Chinese stock. What sector is it in? Chinese retail, right? Online sales. If we go look and every other online retailer in China is going down, it don't matter how much you like the stock. It's going down. It doesn't matter, So, you might get an exception. And what you'll see when you get an exception is it gets sold off almost immediately. Go back to MBRX. Look, remember this? We had great news. What happened? They sold it immediately. Why? Because all the biotechs were in a downtrend. So you got great news, it sold off. Great news, sold off. Why? Because we're in a downtrend, man. So whenever you buy a stock, say DraftKings, go look at who are DraftKings competitors. Super easy if you use CNBC app. You just put in a ticker, it'll show you the 5 similar stocks. And then go look, and they're probably all in the same sector. And if they're all going down or all going up, then you know you got a deal, right? So if Intel gets smashed, I'm just using it as an off-top example here, gets smashed, but the overall trend is up, you just wait for it to stop, start to go sideways, takes 10, and then boom, you buy a position. But look now, it's getting smashed, right? So we could go look at the semiconductor ETF and see, would you buy this today? No. This is the one part of the money flow that is an absolute fucking rule. And if you break it, that's fine. You're just not trading the money flow, okay? So don't say you are, because you're not. This is straight down. You have no evidence whatsoever this is going to stop. That is not a box at all. So if you buy that, then you're just buying prematurely. You don't have a strategy. You're just buying shit going down. I mean, that's fine, but that's not the money flow at all. At all. Zero. At all. Because that would be stage 1 of the 4 prices, right? So if we go up, we go sideways, we go down. You're buying the first break on the stage 1 down. So that would be you buying right here. Means you're buying the exact fucking opposite of when you should buy. That's the sell signal. The buy signal's over here, right? So if you're buying that day 1, it moves down, that's fine. You're just not trading the money flow. So this here is right here. It's like day 1, man. It was breaking down. So now we wait to see, is it going to go down or is it going to hold? You don't have any evidence either way. So if you're going to trade the money flow, you're going to let it come in, and then you're going to let it start going sideways, and you're going to start nibbling because you're buying the stage 1. But that takes patience. So let's do on MO. Now, here's the problem. If you get all loosey-goosey and you're like, well, this isn't my buy and hold. You put that shit in your subconscious. So subconsciously, you start telling yourself it is okay to buy things at shitty times. It's okay to have no fucking philosophy. Just randomly buy shit because you're impatient. And then you do that and you're buy and hold, and then you come over to your trading. You wonder, well, why doesn't my trading work very well? Because you don't have any fucking rules, self-discipline, no structure, right? That's an idea. It's an idea. Impulsive. You ever buy a car on impulse? That's always a good idea. So, yeah, now we got 4 days, though. You might could take a shot at this, so then we come down and look. Is this going the other way? Barely. Maybe. Maybe you take a shot here. That's too soon for a swing trade, man. I don't know. Maybe not. Maybe you do it. See, when I look at this, though, I'm seeing support right here. Well, it could say that bounced. This is weak, though, man. This is weak. I haven't added. I'd give it a minute, man. I'd give it a minute. Don't buy these big down moves at all. Wait for them to stop. Look, if you got any love, you know who wrote the RSI? You know who created RSI? If you can name more than one Kardashian and you don't know who created the RSI, please leave right now. Go do something else. Please. Well, nobody left, so I guess they all know. Super important who wrote this, created this. Go learn on this. Learn how this works, the RSI. What is that telling you right there? There's still room to the downside, man. There's still room to the downside. Still room. So I'd be careful with this one. I know, buy and hold, you probably start nibbling, man. I get it. Let's see. What do they think it's worth? What's Kimmy worth here? Let's see. Come on, $52. That's not even a discount, dude. I'm not fixing to tie up some capital in a 10%. My man said Wilder. Yes. Well, Wills Wilder. He also wrote some non-trading books, if you didn't know that. If you didn't know it. He said it wasn't GP. No, I wish I'd have wrote it. You know I wrote it. I'd be fucking claiming it. Let's see. That's it, man. That's all I got for you guys. It really isn't. We got a couple penny stocks there. AU. I mean, we're just in a wait and see mode here, man. We need these biotechs to break out. Where's Pill? No, that wasn't the one I was. What is it? Pill? P-I-L-L. Pill's trying to break out. Triple leveraged biotech fund. My pain pills are wearing off, so I gotta go take some drugs. You guys be good. Hope your trading goes well. Be patient, man. Be patient. Buy quality stocks. I had a kid. I'll end with this story. And if you're on here, I'm not making fun. Well, I am making fun of you, but I'm not making fun of you at you. It's a lesson. Kid sent me a text. I got $5,000. What should I invest it in? Took me 3 days to respond. And I was like, well, I don't know that I would invest in anything. Where are you at in life? I go through my normal standards. And he goes, well, it's changed. I got 3,000 now. I was like, what happened? He bought Dogecoin. He had $5,000 saved. He put 40% of his money, of his net worth, into Dogecoin. 40%. 40% into a speculative thing that you saw on TV. Now, before I go laughing, I've done dumber shit. So I've done dumber things. So it's a good thing. I told him it's a good thing to get it over with young. Because you could have done like me and did that shit with $10,000 or $20,000. Right? If you're at work, man, put in those earbuds. Nobody will know. It happens, bro. So I pick on people, but I've done it. I've done dumber shit, man. I went all in on oil once and got just blasted because I was convinced it was going higher. And I went all in on futures contracts and everything, man. I mean, I went all in, got blasted because it couldn't go any lower. Didn't occur to me it could go to zero, but not this recent one, and it didn't go to zero, but it went down pretty damn low. So enough to blow me out. My point is, everybody does that. Don't take it personal. But when you got $5,000, the goal isn't to throw it all in and trying to turn it into 10. The goal is still to be smart. You know what I mean? Like, we want to be smart. So if you feel the urge to do something dumb, just keep it small, man. Ain't nothing wrong with buying Dogecoin. Just keep it reasonable. Buy $1,000 worth. Not if you got 5,000. If you got 5,000, buy $500 worth. You shouldn't own anything that's more than in the stock market that's more than 10% of your overall balance, unless it's like a fund or something. That'd be different, like ARK funds or the S&P fund. That's different. But an individual stock, you got to be really careful. I've got 3 right now I need to trim. BX is now like 14% of my buy and hold portfolio because of its recent run up. It is now my largest position. I need to trim it. And I'm having that same urge of greed, not wanting to, as I watch it go higher and higher. But at some point, I got to do it just because, well, that's what you should do as a portfolio manager, right? Sometimes you got to do shit you don't want to do. So I should be trimming this, and I should probably add it to ARC. I mean, wouldn't that make sense? Build up that ARC a little faster. Just a thought. Southern too, man. Southern has run up really big too. So yeah, we don't need to worry about Sleepy Joe and taxes. It doesn't matter. It's not going to change how I trade. I'm still going to buy breakouts, and if I have to pay tax, we pay taxes. Most of you don't even make enough to even worry about what Joe's talking about. That's for people that make a lot of money. Most people I talk to aren't making that kind of money. So, and then what are they going to do? Okay, you pull your money out of the stock market. Now what are you going to do with it, smart guy? You're going to buy what? You're just going to hold it cash, just sitting there, watch it deteriorate as they print more and more cash? Nope, you got to buy something with it. So what are you going to do? Put in real estate? I mean, there are taxes there too. That shit's expensive too. So the people that take their money and flee, I don't know where you're going with it. And I don't know what you plan to do with it other than what? Like, you got to come back to the market. I mean, there's no other place. So that's it, man. You got to come back. All right, you guys be good.